All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the crisis report. This one is called Pakistan Strikes Back. Not a terrible amount of things. Again, the real difference, the real problem with this conflict is there are so many people that are trying to basically get like a social media presence going that they're just sharing outright BS, and so it's really tough to kind of figure out what's actually happening. So, trusted sources I go to and stuff, they're like, yeah, this is all BS. You'll hear something, and then 3 posts later, they'll be like, yep, that didn't happen, and everybody will take it down. So you have to be very uh, paced, and you have to look at a lot of different things to make sure, that what you've got going on and what you're putting out there, or tabulating, as I like to call it, is actually going on. So pretty sure most of what I got tonight is on the up and up. There's supposedly a what was it? Fighter jet shot down. No, that didn't happen, and they're attacking a port. It's a picture of the Philadelphia plane incident from like a year ago. I mean, there's a lot of BS with this one. So got a new pope. That's pretty cool. New pope, baby. So, yeah, some people are like he's woke. Other people are like, well, he's conservative. I think he was chosen because he's kind of right down the middle. He's seems to have less of a flavor for the LGBTQ folks, but he's got a real desire for the open borders, globalist kind of thing. So I don't know. He's gonna. Nobody likes everybody, so we'll just have to see how it goes. He's an American. That's first time ever. But he spent a lot of time in Peru. But we'll get into all that. I won't spoil it all right here. But it's good that he's in, and they have it all figured out, and didn't go on for days and days and days. But it's that's a world event right there. 1.4 billion Catholics now have a leader again. Pope Francis is no longer with us. We now have Pope Leo. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. So, all right. Well, about 3 minutes in, like I said, I'm going to start at 11 o'clock now. I think I can do that. I talked to my wife. She said, yeah, that works. So, um, yeah, 11 o'clock is what I think is the best. So, I will try to get to 2 a day. I will. I can't do it right now. So, but good talk last night, just good. So let's get started on your crisis report. Pakistan Strikes Back. As you can see, this is all on Substack, preppernow.substack.com, and yeah, let's get rolling. I got to fix something in the background real quick, so I'll keep talking to you as I'm doing this. But one of my links, the link for Substack is incorrect. It's got a www in there when it doesn't need to be. So let me get to my content and everything and the live. And there you go. And bada bing, bada boom. There you go. All right. So yeah, new pope, Pakistan, and India having problems. Just another Thursday, baby. Good old world. So here we go. It's your crisis report. Oh wait, the proverbial. Boy. There you go. Good to see Bush is back in the world. Lumberjack guy slinging it on the TV today. All right. North Korea fired what appeared to be multiple short-range ballistic missiles off its east coast. South Korea military said on Thursday. Pakistan-India fighter jet dogfight was one of the largest and longest in recent aviation history. We had that last night, full 24 hours before most people. Total of 125 fighter jets battled for over an hour with neither side leaving its own airspace. The missile exchanges were happening at distances sometimes greater than 160 kilometers. So that's been a lot of this. Like they're like, oh, they're clashing on the border. No, they're taking their weapons and they're just shooting them into the air. So a lot of theatrics. A lot of theatrics. Pakistan has reportedly identified and shot an Indian drone over Lahore. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it is. I don't have anything to refute it. We'll just keep going. Further confirmation, another Chinese long-range PL-15E air-to-air missile parts were found in India's Punjab region, fired by Pakistan's J-10C fighter jets against Indian fighter jets. That is real. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, to Iran said what we did to Hezbollah, Hamas, Assad, and the Houthis, we will to you as well in Tehran. Pakistan's claim that it shot down Indian warplanes trended on China's Weibo, with some users praising the country's military strength. One of the top comments said, if true, is all of China's major military enterprises will have orders queuing up. Hu Jijin, former Global Times editor, wrote on WeChat that if Pakistan's strikes are confirmed, it shows China's military manufacturing has surpassed Russia and France, adding that Taiwan should be even more scared. Indian air defense systems continue to down Pakistani drones over Jammu. Pakistan has launched multiple suicide drones towards Jammu City. Indian air defense systems are active. Flights bound for Karachi, Islamabad, and Lahore currently returning to origin. There's a flight halt right now. China's Xi arrives at the Kremlin for talks with Putin. Airports in 3 major Pakistani cities will be shut until 6 p.m. Pakistan Civil Aviation Authority announced Thursday after the military said it had shot down Indian drones. Pakistan military says 12 Indian drones were neutralized, 1 civilian killed. Is what they're saying, That's a problem, like you'll have X accounts claim stuff, but like their military people are claiming stuff, and it comes out, it's like, yeah, that didn't happen. United Arab Emirates suspends flights to Pakistan until May 10th. Pakistan military says it shot down 25 Indian drones. It just keeps going up. Black smoke at the Vatican, no Pope yet. That is now different. Scientists have released the first X-ray images of a mysterious sphere-shaped object recovered in Colombia, which locals claim is of alien origin, according to the Daily Mail. Stocks rise as Trump signals a U.S.-UK trade deal. They did get one today. More supposedly to come. EU proposes hitting U.S.-made planes and cars with tariffs if talks fail. Russia and China say Trump's Iron Dome missile defense plans are deeply destabilizing. I guess we're not allowed to protect ourselves. Several people killed in a shooting near Kiev in Ukraine, according to police. Ukraine tells nationals to leave Sudan immediately. Sudan is getting really bad too. Explosions at an airport in Indian-run Jammu and Kashmir, security sources said. Pakistan has targeted Jammu with loitering munitions. Indian air defense guns fired back Indian air defense systems engaged hostile projectiles over Pathankot, Punjab. Indian drones continue to be sent into Pakistani airspace, said Pakistan is engaging and neutralizing them one by one. That's according to the Pakistani army. Pakistan Civil Aviation Authority says airports are closed in 3 main cities until 1300 GMT. Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, Operation Sindoor is not over. Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh also said that we do not wish to escalate the situation, but if Pakistan acts, we will not back down either. Pakistan Prime Minister Sharif chairs an emergency meeting to discuss the Indian drone attacks in 7 major cities of Pakistan, and India's Prime Minister Modi held a meeting top government officials in Delhi. So the air is thick with a lot of who knows what. Pakistan's information minister says we have killed 40 to 50 Indian soldiers on the border. The number just keeps rising. The United States State Department says we have received initial reports that Pakistani authorities may evacuate some areas near Lahore's main airport. I don't know about that. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha. I just spoke with the Ukraine military command who provided information about the frontline situation. Predictably, Putin's parade ceasefire proves to be a farce. According to our military data, despite Putin's statements, Russian forces continue to attack across the entire front line. From midnight to midday, Russia committed 734 ceasefire violations and 63 assault operations, 23 of which are still going, 586 attacks on troops' positions, 464 of which use heavy weapons, 176 strikes by FPV drones, and 10 airstrikes using 16 guided aerial bombs and a partridge in a pear tree. The United States issued an alert for Lahore, asking citizens to leave or seek shelter. Yep, now you know it's getting serious. Germany's domestic spy agency has paused the extremist label for AfD party after a legal challenge by the AfD Cologne court says. Pretty sure it's Cologne. I'm just being funny. Pakistan Defense Minister Asif to Reuters. Indian drone incursion makes Pakistan attack on India increasingly certain. Defense Minister Asif also said hardly any space left to de-escalate. Conflict is entering a blind alley. The U.S. will slash tariffs on Range Rovers and other United Kingdom-made cars to 10% as part of Donald Trump's trade deal with the United Kingdom, Telegraph has reported. Pakistani Defense Minister to Al Jazeera. Situation appears to be heading toward a confrontation between the two armies. Pakistani Defense Minister to Al Jazeera. I don't see things heading toward a solution. Unfortunately, they are heading toward escalation. Complete blackout has been enforced in Jammu City in Indian Kashmir amid Pakistan's drone attacks. Indian authorities have cut off electricity access. Germany's Domestic Intelligence Agency, or BFV, has withdrawn its classification of the AFD party as a right-wing extremist entity pending a court decision. In response to a billed inquiry, the Federal Office for the Protection of the Constitution explained, in view of the ongoing proceedings and out of respect for the court, the BFV is not commenting publicly on this matter. Chancellor Merritt's CDU, Christian Democrats, tells the United States to stay out of German politics ahead of his first Trump call on Thursday. American government must keep how we deal with our democratic institutions and how we deal with political parties, which are classified, for instance, as right-wing extremist organizations, he told Die Welt. German government denies Welt report. Chancellor does not declare a national emergency. There was a national emergency declared earlier. I guess it's not happening. Again, there's so much BS that it's just thick in the air with it. India orders X to block over 8,000 plus accounts, including international news organizations and prominent X users. New Pope Leo XIV, Cardinal Robert Prevost, is a registered Republican. India has ordered the immediate closure of Mundra port, one of its largest commercial hubs, amid escalating tensions with Pakistan. Many official reasons remain undisclosed. Sources suggest heightened security threats and strategic precautionary measures may be behind the shutdown. United States Vice President J.D. Vance says India-Pakistan conflict is fundamentally none of our American business, and he has nothing to do with America's inability to control X. So, India Gate in New Delhi has been evacuated amid heightened security and panic in India. FBI has launched a formal criminal investigation into New York Attorney General Letitia James over allegations of mortgage fraud. That's the whole story, and we're not going to, yeah. FBI has launched a formal criminal investigation. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was thinking it was the Epstein thing. For those that don't know, they're basically coming out and saying he was known to do little terrible things to little children's. Indian Army says both sides have not recorded any tank movements close to the border. I guess that's good. Pakistani security sources speaking to Clash reports said, even if the military conflict with India ends, they have intelligence indicating that the Indian government will continue waging a proxy war against Pakistan, including support for Baloch insurgents. So, Indian government instructs officials to avoid speaking and interacting with Western media. Trump's associates have informed senior Israeli officials that Trump has decided to cut off contact with Netanyahu. People close to Trump informed Dermer that Netanyahu is manipulating Trump. So I don't buy that for 1 second. I think they're just kind of setting someone up. So I think that's to take him off guard, and yeah. So A lot of people are reporting that tonight. Trump seeks a tax hike on wealthy people who earn 2.5 million or more, according to Bloomberg on that one. Trump says talks with Russia, Ukraine continue. The U.S. calls for a 30-day unconditional ceasefire. If you respected, further sanctions will follow. Heavy shelling has been reported by local sources in the Gulmarg sector of Indian-administered Jammu and Pakistan. Bitcoin has topped $100,000 for the first time since February. United States weighs plan to clash China tariffs to as low as 50%, down from 145%, and that would happen next week. 10% tariffs only for the best countries, according to U.S. Commerce Secretary Bessent. President Trump announced that Jeanine Pirro will serve as the next interim D.C. U.S. attorney. Makes you want to get arrested. Fox News has exclusively obtained satellite imagery revealing what an opposition group says it is previously undisclosed Iranian nuclear weapons facility, raising fresh concerns amid ongoing negotiations between Tehran and the Trump administration. And the last one is all schools and colleges are going to remain shut in Punjab for the next 72 hours. So that's it, folks. That's your crisis report for May 8th, 2025. So we are tired here. We've gotten through it, yet another one. So we're going to get some good night's sleep tonight. I will not be going live on PrepperNow. I don't think I could even if I wanted to. But we appreciate you being here. Hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, darken out the bell. And we will see you on the next one. God bless and have a wonderful night.